This is Gerald Johan Wawas with some small demonstrations of letter combinations as formations. With some demonstration of another sound-informed demonstration of a word that expresses directions and a combinations of directions that we perceive, that we understand, and that we are communicating with and communicating towards as a letter combination with a meaning. This video is about frost and frozen. I had in the last video the word frog. There's just a few letters difference, and that's why I also will show you that going from fro you can go towards something completely different from that same starting point. The frog looked like this. You had a dispersion of a lot of directions. You had this almost jump towards a connection in the environment in which you had at the end the G sound without much explanation. In that last video you could understand it, but this G is not just the form that is pressed out there and stagnated there. This form that you can that is sounding here in your throat, at the top of your throat, is also a form for the frog of communication. The G is explained in my theory as at the edge of the system, and the last category of a center point of vision that you can use there, and it is a connection towards different frames, other frames that you can't see, and that's what the sound of the frog does. And the frog is also communicating like this. It's there at the edge and it is communicating to a different frame. With the K, it's want to break free. That's what it wants to do. It's this frame of possibilities that is the ending, is a conclusion of the fro, that the direction of going forward for this animal. Fro on its own is this one. So it is indeed, you have a lot of directions, but you make a connection to something in the environment where you can end there with this starting point. It can also lead to something completely different. Instead of with the G and the communication to something which is far away and not seen immediately, now I will go to frost. Frost is taking all the influences, all the S is about all the effects that you can have on its way from contradictions and so on, and you get them into one point of conclusion. That's more or less the frost explained quickly, but you can already sense what is going on here. It's stagnating actually at just one point, and in all these movements that and effects of things that are changing in the environment in all kinds of directions is seen and is shown in the frost. If I look up the word as an image, it looks like this, and you can see it there. It's this dispersion. It's connecting further all kinds of places in an environment with its full effect, and not just at one place. And that's what it is actually, the description as well that you can make from it. Frozen, it's one step further. You need a Z for it. The Z is much more, it's going inwardly and it's changing its conditions inwardly. That's written in the theory, and that's what is going to be there. And then the conditions in N will have been changed after a while in time, and that's also part of the theory. So it's going inwards with the Z so that the physical conditions can change its form. The effect will be noticed. It will be noticed. And that will lead to noticeable material which is shown or formed at some point in time. Is this a loose association? No, it's based upon the theory which you can see now. So you have all these letters that have a certain direction. The Z is there in the middle where the changes are being seen inwardly, just like the W is seen outwardly, and the changes also change conditions after a while. It's about time, this middle thing. Frozen, if I look up that word as an image, it will also look differently. It will stagnate to a steady form as it is shown, but it's also shown some. It is not clear enough because this could be a rock as well. So if I look up images, they also come to the eyes. It's a bit difficult to show it because there is a condition which is gradually forming from all kinds of directions, and it's stagnating in the middle. So that's what you can see. You can sense it. You can also sense it in the letters. I hope you could sense it also with a little bit help of my images that show how much every letter has a direction, and you can make combinations of these directions and you come to something completely different, a completely different object, but it's recognizable all the time. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This was Gerald 2 van Waas. There's a website too. There's a list of words there, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.